Carlos Martinez. I'm 42 years old, and I've been driving tow trucks in Detroit for 15 years. Until I was laid off from my day job 5 months ago, I always worked days. But I had mortgage payments, and this was my only source of income, so I was forced to switch to night shift. I worked for Detroit Towing Company. The company owner, Big Eddie, was a man with 30 years of experience. While explaining the night shift rules, he put out his cigarette. Carlos, night is a different world. More abandoned cars, more accident calls, weird situations. What kind of weird situations? Eddie hesitated. Sometimes you get calls for cars that shouldn't be there. Empty vehicles, no owners around, keys still inside. What do you mean shouldn't be there? Just do your job. Tow the cars, ask no questions. Some things are better left alone. It was a strange warning, but I needed the money. Night shift paid extra. The first week was normal. Broken down cars, accident scenes, illegally parked vehicles, standard tow truck stuff. Detroit was always busy at night. But the second week, Monday night, things started getting strange. At 2:30 a.m., I got a call from dispatch. Carlos, abandoned vehicle on Highway 8, mile marker 15. White Camry, hazard lights on. Highway 8 was on Detroit's outskirts, a road that wasn't used often but was a main route. When I got to mile marker 15, I saw the car. 1998 white Toyota Camry, sitting roadside. Hazard lights blinking, engine hood open, typical breakdown scenario. I got out of the truck and investigated. Keys were in the ignition, purse on the passenger seat, cell phone in the center console. But the driver was nowhere to be seen. "Hello," I shouted around the area. "Anyone need help?" No response. Dark highway, no other traffic, eerily quiet. Strange, but not unprecedented. Sometimes people abandon cars after breakdowns, call for rides, forget to come back. I hooked up the Camry to the tow truck and took it to the yard. Standard procedure. Tuesday night, exactly the same time, same call. Carlos, abandoned white Camry, Highway 8, mile marker 15. My heart skipped a beat. Same car from last night? Checking. Yes, same plates. Strange, thought you already towed it. This was impossible. The car was now in the yard, paperwork complete, owner notification sent. I drove to the location. Sure enough, an identical Camry in the same exact spot. Same position, same hazard lights, same personal belongings inside. But I had towed this car 24 hours ago. I called the yard supervisor. "Hey Pete, is the white Camry still in the lot?" "Which Camry?" "We got 3 whites. 1998 Toyota, plates Michigan ABC123. "Yeah, it's here. Why?" "Because I'm looking at an identical car in the same location." "That's impossible, Carlos. Must be a different vehicle." I checked the plates, exactly the same. ABC123. 2 identical cars, same plates, impossible situation. I towed the second Camry to the yard, parked it next to the first one. Identical vehicles, down to the personal belongings inside. Wednesday night, 2:30, same call again. Carlos, white Camry, Highway 8, mile marker 15. "This is the 3rd night in a row. Dispatch." "I know, weird, right? Just tow it." I drove to the location with dread. A 3rd identical Camry, same spot. This time, I approached more carefully. I looked inside thoroughly. Driver's license in the purse. Sarah Mitchell, born 1975, Detroit address. I Googled the name on my phone. I found an obituary. Sarah Mitchell died March 15th, 2019. Car accident on Highway 8. My blood ran cold. Sarah died 5 years ago at the exact location where I kept finding her car. But the car looked fresh, not 5 years old. Clean, recently washed, gas tank full. I towed the car anyway. Now I had 3 identical Camrys in the yard. Thursday night, I decided to stake out the location. I parked the tow truck a quarter mile away and waited with binoculars. 2:15, nothing there. 2:25, nothing. 2:30. Headlights appeared in the distance. A white Camry drove slowly to mile marker 15 and pulled over. Hazard lights started flashing. The driver door opened. A woman got out, walked around to the hood, lifted it up. She looked at the engine for a moment, then vanished. The driver completely disappeared. The car remained, engine running, hood open. I approached on foot. Same scenario, keys, purse, phone inside, but no trace of the driver. I called Big Eddie. Eddie, I need to ask about Highway 8 towing calls. What about them? How long have we been getting calls for abandoned cars there? Eddie was silent for a long moment. Carlos, you're discovering something you shouldn't. What do you mean? Those cars, they've been there for years. Different drivers, same pattern. They appear, we tow them, they reappear the next night. Why didn't you tell me? Because money is money. The city pays us for each tow. Insurance companies pay storage fees. Nobody asks questions. But Eddie, these people are dead. I know, and they keep needing tows. The pattern became clear. Not just Sarah Mitchell, multiple drivers, multiple accidents, same stretch of highway. Friday night brought a different car, red Honda Civic, mile marker 12, driver license. Michael Rodriguez died June 3, 2016. Saturday, blue Ford Explorer, mile marker 18. Jennifer Walsh died November 8, 2020. Sunday, black Chevy Malibu, mile marker 14. Robert Kim died April 22, 2017. All died in car accidents on Highway 8. All appeared nightly at the same locations they crashed. But why were they appearing? What did they want? Monday night, I decided to try a different approach. When Sarah's Camry appeared again, I didn't immediately tow it. Instead, I waited nearby 2:45, movement near the car. Sarah's figure became visible, translucent, but clearly her, walking around the vehicle looking confused. I approached carefully. Sarah? She looked up, startled. Oh, are you here to help? Yes, what's wrong with your car? It won't start. I was driving home from work. The engine just died. I called for help, but nobody came. Sarah, what year is it? 2019, March 15th. I have an early meeting tomorrow. I need to get home. Sarah didn't realize she was dead, trapped in a loop of her final moments. Sarah, I'm going to help you get home. But first, do you remember what happened that night? I was driving home, tired from a long day. The car started making a strange noise, then the engine died. I pulled over, called my husband, told him I'd be late. What happened next? I don't remember. I got out to check the engine, then here you are. Sarah had been hit by a drunk driver while inspecting her car. She died instantly, but her consciousness remained, reliving the final moments. Sarah, your husband, what was his name? David. David Mitchell. Is he worried? I should call him. David had remarried 3 years after Sarah's death. He had moved on with life while Sarah remained stuck on the highway. Sarah, I'm going to tow your car somewhere safe, but you need to let go. Let go of what? Of this moment, of this night. You've been here long enough. Sarah looked confused. I don't understand. You died that night, Sarah. 5 years ago, but part of you stayed here, reliving the accident. Realization slowly dawned in her eyes. I'm dead. Yes, but you can move on now. Your family is okay. David is okay. Sarah started crying. I never got to say goodbye. You can say goodbye now. Sarah nodded and wiped her tears. Thank you for stopping. Nobody ever stopped before. She walked toward her car and got in the driver's seat. "Tell David I love him. Tell him I'm okay." The car lights dimmed. Sarah's figure became more transparent, then faded completely. The car disappeared too. The next night, Michael Rodriguez's Honda appeared. Same conversation, same realization, same peaceful departure. Following nights, Jennifer, Robert, dozens of others, all trapped in final moments, all needing someone to acknowledge their death, help them move on. The most touching was 8-year-old Tommy Chen. His family car had crashed during an ice storm. Parents killed instantly, Tommy wandering around the accident site looking for them. "Mister, have you seen my mom and dad? Our car stopped working." Heartbreaking. I helped Tommy understand his parents were in heaven, waiting for him. When he finally let go, he disappeared with the biggest smile. Word spread among Detroit tow drivers. "Highway 8 is clean now," they said. No more ghost calls, but the work wasn't finished. Other highways had similar patterns. I-75, I-94, local streets, accident victims trapped in death moments. Eddie offered me a full-time position as specialist tow operator. The city secretly paid extra for supernatural cleanup. "Carlos, you have a gift. You can see them, talk to them. Most drivers just tow cars, never realize the drivers are there." Current situation. I'm still working nights, still helping trapped souls, not just accident victims. Abandoned vehicles often contain spirits of people who died in cars. A homeless man who froze in his car during winter. A drug overdose victim in a parking lot. A heart attack victim stuck in traffic. Each has a story, each needs acknowledgement, each deserves a peaceful transition. Most important lesson. Death doesn't always happen cleanly. Sometimes consciousness gets stuck, reliving trauma over and over. Tow truck drivers see more than broken vehicles. We see final moments, last journeys, incomplete trips. If you work in automotive recovery, remember, not every abandoned car is truly empty. Sometimes the driver's still there, confused, scared, needing help. And if you drive Highway 8 late at night, be careful. The road is peaceful now, but it wasn't always. Many souls found rest there because someone finally stopped to listen. Sarah got to say goodbye to David. Michael found peace about unfinished business. Tommy reunited with his parents in the afterlife. Sometimes the most important towing we do isn't cars to yards. Sometimes we tow lost souls to where they belong. Big Eddie retired last month and left the business to me. Martinez Towing and Soul Recovery, reads the news sign. The only tow company in Detroit with supernatural services. Business is good. Detroit has many lost souls, many incomplete journeys. But every spirit helped feels like a victory. Every goodbye said, every peace found, every soul released from earthly loops. Some people think death is the end of the road, but sometimes it's just a breakdown on the highway of existence, and everyone deserves roadside assistance, even after life is over. That's what I do. Carlos Martinez, midnight tow truck driver, helping spirits find their way home, one tow at a time.